What an inspiring morning. I think I could talk for half an hour on the interlinks between all our presentations because they work so well, but I've only got 5 minutes. I'm Rosalind, I'm the head of therapies here at Nightingale Hammerson, and my presentation is also in collaboration with Deborah. Deborah, give everyone a wave, the clinical director and founder of A1 Risk Solutions Limited. So welcome everyone. I think Dr. Aldridge is going to smile in a minute, because I'm going to ask you, I think you've probably been sitting a little longer than you might this morning. Yeah, I can see some nods. I think you're probably shifting around in your chairs a little bit more than you usually do. Hopefully you've made good use of the hospitality, the coffee, the tea, the drinks. We all need to hydrate, don't we? And maybe those bladders are beginning to sound that warning sign that you need to go to the bathroom. And if you need them, they're just at the back. I want you to imagine for a minute that bladder is beginning to say, I'm full. But just for the minute, you're not as mobile as you are now. So in order to get help, you need to press a call bell and a carer is going to come. So the carer comes and establishes what you need. And then the carer goes away again. Have you ever had that moment where you put the key in the door and your bladder's full, and those next few seconds of getting from opening the door to the toilet are distressing, aren't they? And you're wondering if you're going to get it or not. Imagine those seconds or minutes for a second carer to return to help you to go to the toilet. Why do I talk about this? Well, most care homes have a policy of 2 carers assisting with transfers, but it doesn't have to be this way. We're going to talk a little bit about single-handed care, and I'm going to use the term proportionate care interchangeably as meaning the same thing. And it's essentially the right number of carers, the right task at the right time for that resident. It could be 1 down to none. It could be 4 down to 2, 2 down to 1. This isn't something new. You can read about single-handed care in local authorities and NHS circles with really good results. But to our knowledge, it's not been done in a care home. So, like all good research, we know that environment is all important. So the question we asked ourselves really was, is single-handed care or proportionate care appropriate in a care home? We know that we actually get some of the most complex residents living in a care home, so that it maybe poses different challenges. So why did we want to look at this question? Well, this was a direct request from our residents. They wanted timely care. They wanted to get to the toilet in time. They didn't want the distress of that bladder actually feeling like they weren't going to make it. And it could be the difference if you think about us today in the room, for us enjoying the rest of our afternoon, our networking, our social engagement, what's going on, or actually not. If you don't get there in time, it could change your whole day. We also operate a palliative rehabilitation model here. We have therapists that try to optimise our residents' function, and it sat really well within that. We operate a relationship-centred care framework where communication and how we communicate with our residents is all important. Single-handed care really supports that. And Jenny talks a lot about our values and the values that we live to, and dignity is one of our key values. Imagine the difference of 2 carers standing over you where maybe you're semi-naked receiving personal care, or 1 carer working alongside you in that task where you don't feel that your dignity is so compromised. So how have we done it? Well, we first of all trained our therapy team and our moving and handling advisor, and with Deborah's support from A1 Risk Solution, most of us have got our level 4 ROSPA award in single-handed care. Then we did an audit of our residents at Nightingale House, and again Deborah came and lived in. Now I would encourage anyone who's doing research in a care home to come and live in. I think you get a far better experience of the whole thing. That was really useful. We looked at which residents would benefit, it's not everyone, which residents would benefit with the resources we have now, and also the resources we might think about in the future. We also did an engagement day, and I think it was something like 7:30 in the morning, Deborah. It was an early start to about 9:30 at night. So it was the day teams, the night teams, and we really wanted to show and demonstrate what single-handed care was. And Deborah talks a little bit about engaging hearts and minds, and I think anything that involves change is about that. When people saw it, the challenge to me at the end of the day was, when do we start? Why aren't we doing it now? And I thought that was wonderful. And also our journey is documented. So thank you to Richard and to Care England. There's a collaboration here between all three partners to tell you a bit about our journey. And if you want to read, there's some of these leaflets outside as well. The caveat I would say is single-handed care is not for everyone, and that's not what we're saying, but it can be absolutely the right thing for some people. It does need training, it does need risk assessment, safe systems of work and care planning, but with all of that in place, it can really enhance the care that we give to our residents and potentially solve some of the issues we have today. I think it links so nicely with continence, with all of the other things we've talked about as well. So just to finalise, really, I think there is a research opportunity here, and I'd like to throw that out. If any of the researchers would like to come on board with us, that's great. Today is a fantastic opportunity to bring researchers and clinicians together and talk about implementing that research into practice. And if you have any more questions, I have 5 minutes, so that's gone. Deborah's got a stall outside, A1 Risk Solutions Limited. There's also training available, so please find me or find Deborah, and we're happy to answer any questions. Thank you for your time.